Chag Sameach to everyone here in the UK and around the world celebrating Passover this week. For the first time in far too long, this year the Seder tables will once again be thronged with family and friends. Every seat occupied by an actual loved one rather than the unblinking eye of a phone camera or a laptop. And for a festival in which a sense of community and togetherness are so important, I know that will make things feel particularly special. Of course, not all our Jewish brothers and sisters will be quite so fortunate. Across Ukraine, untold thousands will mark Passover huddled around candles in freezing basement bomb shelters. Many more, forced into their own unwanted exodus, will find themselves far from home in an unfamiliar foreign land, in scenes horrifyingly familiar for generations of Jews, stretching back to the time of Pharaoh and beyond. But if nothing else, the story of Passover is about a journey to freedom, about faith in the midst of hardship, and a reminder that there will always be better times ahead for those who hold God as closely and tightly as He holds us. So, wherever you're making matzah and whoever you're breaking it with, I hope this Passover brings not just a reason to celebrate today, but also a renewed hope for tomorrow. Chag Sameach.
Hello everyone, bonjour à tous. Tonight at sundown, the Jewish community will mark the first night of Passover. Family and friends will gather around the Seder table to read from the Haggadah, enjoy symbolic foods like matzah and maror, and drink wine. And all around the world, Jewish people will remember the story of the Exodus by asking questions and sharing age-old traditions. La Pâque juive nous invite à trouver une source d'espoir et de persévérance et à célébrer le triomphe de la lumière sur les ténèbres. Elle nous rappelle que le bien l'emportera toujours sur le mal et qu'il est important de défendre nos convictions. L'histoire de la Pâque juive est tirée de la Bible, mais les enjeux de la haine et de la persécution sont encore bien présents de nos jours. We've all seen a frightening rise in hate-motivated crimes against the Jewish community, both here in Canada and around the world. So I want to be clear. Anti-Semitism has no place in our country or anywhere else. It's up to each and every one of us to call it out and to speak up against hatred in all its forms. Because only together can we build a more inclusive and safer world for everyone. J'aimerais prendre le temps de souligner la culture et le patrimoine riche que les communautés juives apportent à ce pays. Chaque jour, les Canadiens de confession juive contribuent grandement à nos communautés et les valeurs juives, comme le Tikkun Olam, nous encouragent à prendre soin les uns des autres. On peut tous s'en inspirer. My friends, on behalf of my family, I wish you a happy Passover. Chag Pesach Sameach.
Passover begins tonight, and across the city, Jewish Angelinos will eat charoset and hide the afikomen and tell the story of a people facing great adversity. The celebration of Passover, the songs, the food, the stories, brings us together and reminds us, no matter the hardships we face, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. And I know that as families and loved ones gather this year for this holiday, there will be many prayers for peace in our world, prayers for the deliverance, the people of Ukraine, who are facing a terror we hope to relegate to our history. And I will share in those prayers with my family, and I wish all Angelinos health and happiness. Chag Sameach and happy Passover.
Happy Passover to all who celebrate in America, Israel, and around the world.
Every year, Jewish families gather to remember the Exodus from Egypt, bringing their victories and triumphs, fears and hopes to the Passover table, and discovering new truths in ancient traditions.
So thanks to the progress made during the pandemic, we're grateful that this year's Passover marks the first time in 3 years that many families and friends sit around the Seder table together again.
The stories of miracles and blessings and spiritual discoveries are what we've gathered from Jewish Americans across the country this year as we celebrate the People's Seder here at the People's House. Because at the Seder, we share the journey from bondage to freedom that has been repeated from generation to generation. With faith, the driest desert can be crossed and the mightiest sea can be split. Hope never stops marching towards the promised land.
And during this holiday, our hearts with the people of Ukraine and all the people who are fighting for freedom. May the spirit of Passover, deliverance from oppression, carry you forward and give you strength.
No matter the path we've taken, we know that there is hope and healing ahead. As is said at the Passover table, all those who are hungry, let them come and eat. All who are in need, let them come and celebrate Passover.
May God bless you all during this season of renewal, this festival of freedom. From our family to yours, Hag Sameach.